everyone, Lani K here, and today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on this super duper cool macaroni bracelet. So this is what the bracelet looks like, and I'm going to turn it on the side so you guys can actually see it. So as you can see, the side, so that's what it looks like on the side. And you can probably guess why I called it the macaroni bracelet, because these little bits here look exactly like, look exactly like pieces of macaroni. So this bracelet is one of my favorite bracelets, and I love how it looks. Now, if you're wondering, I actually used turquoise jelly for the macaroni pieces, and it may look like I didn't use that, but it's just for some reason showing up as like a really weird color. And this bracelet is an extension. So yeah, let's get started. So the materials that you're going to need to make this macaroni bracelet are some rubber bands, preferably at least 2. So one for the macaroni part and one for the back. And you could even use one for holding the macaroni pieces together, but you can just use the same color because you can hardly see that. Anyway, one hook. This is not a high stress bracelet, so you don't need to use a metal tip hook, but today I am using a metal tip hook from the Loom web store. A C-clip, which has kind of gotten hidden in all of the rubber bands, but it is just there. And a rainbow glue. So let's get started again. Okay, so now I have done a border, just a simple border as you would a starburst, a ladder, and many other designs. So just one where you start at the bottom, go out, and then go right up, and then come in there. Now it's very straightforward, so I'd be hoping that you would know how to do this. Okay, so now what the next step to this is to make the twists. So I'm going to twist a rubber band around my hook 4 times like this. Now if you already know how to do that, that's great. I'm just gonna try and get my, if you can hear that in the background, that is my mum talking. And then I'm going to get my next one. So if you don't know how to twist the rubber band, I'm going to show you how to now. So you get one, twist it, put it over, like this, and again, and twist it, and hold it down, and bring it over again. Now, putting twists on isn't too hard. So we should have twisted them 2 times like this. And we're going to put a rubber band on our hook and hold our finger there and slide up and bring over these rubber bands just like this. So like this. So now I have 1 twist, and we need 22 of these all together. So now we've made this one, we only need 21. So now I'm going to redo the next one. Oh, no, sorry, not redo, just do the next one. So I'm going to twist it like this, like I showed you just earlier. And if you're having trouble figuring out how to do these twists, go on Seawolf's channel. Pretty much all of her videos have twists in them, so that could be very handy. So now after I've made this one, we need 20 more, because we need 22 in total to make each macaroni. That sounds really weird, but okay. So we need 22 of these in total, and conveniently I have them right here. Like that. So when we place these on, we're going to need 11 cap bands. And I have 11 rubber bands here. Preferably you can use the same color. But I really don't think it matters, as in this macaroni bracelet I made here. just going to try and focus my camera. The background is this blue colour. So you can't even see it unless you really look closely and stretch it out. But I don't think it really matters. So now it's time to start with band placements. So I'm going to move all of this out of the way so I can start doing the band placements. Okay, so I'm just going to say, like I said earlier, I just placed all these rubber bands on going up. So now what we need to do is we need to go from the second center pin and out to the second left pin. So I'm going to place one end over here and one end over here, like that. And then the next one is one over here from the second middle pin to the second right pin, like that. So it looks basically like a V sort of thing. So I forgot to mention your loom's arrows need to be pointing away from you. So it should look like this, so kind of like a stretched V. And then I am going to get my next rubber band. I'm going to create a cap band, and if you don't know how to do that, it is you grabbing one band, twisting it into a figure 8, folding it over itself, and then here you can push it down and put it over like that. So we just basically have a double looped rubber band. So now once we have done that one, we're on to our next one. So it's this step through the entire bracelet. So placing one from the third middle to the third left, and one from the third middle to the third right, and then creating a cap band, one rubber band, twist it in a figure 8, fold it over itself, if I can actually do that, twist it in a figure 8, fold it over itself, and place on that pin, the middle pin. So basically it's doing this up the entire way of the loom. So I'm going to cut this out just to save time, but it's this exact same step through the whole bracelet. And I'll be back once I'm at the end, and I will show you how to do the hooking process. So now I have completed this, and I have done an extra cap band. So what am I saying? I have done all the cap bands. I don't think you would have counted, but I did actually have one extra rubber band in the pile of rubber bands I had. So if you noticed that, I noticed it too. That's a really random thing to say, but you know, it's just the truth. Also, you're going to need one cap band, preferably as your border color, for at the end part there. But we don't need that right now. So now we're going to turn our loom around so our loom's arrows are pointing towards us. We're going to start the hooking process. So as you can see, there are 4 layers on this pin, and we want to turn it so we only have 2 layers on the pin. So it's going to be hard to film doing this, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in the cap band and put my hook through it. Then I'm going to grab the top rubber band and bring it out and around, and see it's showing me that the raindrop is on this side, so I'm going to place it to this side. And it's this hooking process the whole way up if you want to speed ahead and do that. Then I'm going to go in my cap band and I'm going to take it out and around, and if I pull it, it takes it to this side. So then I have it like this. And I'm going to do this the whole way up. I'm going to show you a couple more times and then I'm going to cut this out. So I'm going to go under my cap band, get my bottom rubber band, bring it out, around, and pull it. My next rubber band, I'm going to go under it, bring the top one out and around. So what you're doing is you're getting the top. Oh, and see, this might happen. It might come loose, but it's pretty easy to fix. So I'm going to quickly put that on there. Then I'm going to take the cap band, which I pulled off, and place it back on. And then I'm going to go under, get that last rubber band that's left on there and pull it out and around. Now if you can see, it's kind of curling the rubber bands, so that's what will give it the macaroni effect, I should say. So I'm going to do one more and then I'm going to leave you guys to do it. And so I'm going to go under my cap band, get the top rubber band, bring it out and around, and put it around on the right side where the raindrop forms. And I'm going to go underneath, get the rubber band out, and the raindrop is forming on this side, isn't it? So I'm going to take it and put it on this side. So I'm going to leave you guys to do the rest, and I'll be back once I've done that. Okay, I'm going to go now. That was my mum, and she was going to do something with my brother, and she can't seem to keep quiet, so please ignore that. Okay, so now I've hooked the whole thing all the way up to the top. I'm now going to create my last cap band, which, if you can't remember, is get one rubber band, pull it, twist it, and because these are silicone rubber bands, they go white. Twist it, put it over, and so that's my cap band, and I'm going to take it off, put it on. Alright, so now we're just hooking the border as you would any normal bracelet. So I'm going to go under the cap band, get the top rubber band, bring it out and around, and it's saying, as I can see, I'm just going to turn this up, that if I pull it this way, there's no raindrop this way, but there's a raindrop this way. So I'm going to put it this way. And then go under, pull it out. There's a raindrop this way, but not this way. So I'm going to put it this way. And then I'm just going to go straight up. Ooh, can't get it up. So this is really straightforward. So I'll be back once I have hooked this all the way up, and then I will show you how to bring it in on the top. So I hooked all the way up, and now you're just going to go under, bring it out and around, and because there's no way to go that way, I'm going to have to go this way, and same for the other side. So now it's time for taking off your bracelet and seeing what it will look like. So if you've done it right, this is what your bracelet should look like. If you haven't done it right, it could look a bit different. So to finish this off, it's basically like any other bracelet, but today I'm going to be actually finishing it off with mango coloured rubber bands, just because I have them around here and I really like the colour. So I'm going to bring my loom over here so you can see it a bit easier. So I'm going to stick my hook in like this, make sure it's through all the rubber bands, and I'm going to get my mango coloured rubber band, put it on my hook and slide it up and slide it up and around and pull it to the back and put it back on like that. If you didn't get that, rewatch those instructions because it's not too challenging. When I first did it, it was, but I believe in you. So now we're just going to pull it off by taking off the ends, and this isn't too much of a hard bracelet, so I'm just going to pull this off. And here is my macaroni bracelet. So this is what this one looks like. So as you can see on the side, if we turn it around, they look like little macaronis. So I hope you guys really liked this tutorial, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up because it really helps out my channel, and subscribe if you haven't already done so. And leave a comment for another video you want me to make.